Anxiety. We all feel it sometimes. It's that knot in your stomach before a big presentation. It's the racing thoughts that keep you up at night. But when anxiety becomes overwhelming, it's time to take action. Living with constant anxiety can feel like carrying a heavy weight. It impacts every aspect of your life. Your work suffers. Your relationships are strained. Even simple tasks feel impossible. But there is hope. In this video, we'll explore techniques to manage anxiety and build long-term resilience. Anxiety wants to keep you stuck. It thrives on fear and avoidance. But you are stronger than your anxiety. Taking back control starts with understanding. We'll explore the different ways anxiety shows up in our lives. We'll learn about the physical, emotional, and cognitive symptoms. Once we understand anxiety, we can start to manage it. This isn't about becoming fearless. It's about building the skills to navigate anxiety when it arises. Let's take that first step together. Anxiety doesn't always look the same. It can manifest in different ways, wearing many masks. Sometimes it's a whisper of worry, a subtle unease that lingers in the background. Other times it roars like a lion, demanding attention and disrupting our peace. It can masquerade as physical ailments, emotional outbursts, or racing thoughts. Recognizing these diverse expressions is crucial in understanding and managing anxiety effectively. Anxiety encompasses a wide range of experiences, from mild apprehension to debilitating fear. Factors like genetics, life experiences, and personality traits all play a role in shaping how anxiety manifests in our lives. Anxiety isn't just an emotional experience, it takes a physical toll on our bodies. When we experience anxiety, our bodies go into fight or flight mode, releasing a surge of hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. This surge of hormones triggers a cascade of physical reactions. Our hearts race, our breathing becomes shallow and rapid, and our muscles tense up. In the short term, these physical responses are designed to help us cope with danger. But when anxiety is chronic, our bodies remain in a constant state of heightened arousal, leading to exhaustion and wear and tear. Over time, chronic anxiety can contribute to a range of health problems, including digestive issues, headaches, insomnia, and weakened immune function. It's like having the emergency brake on all the time. Eventually, something's got to give. Anxiety can feel like an emotional roller coaster, with its sudden drops, unexpected turns, and overwhelming sensations. It can leave us feeling emotionally drained, on edge, and unable to fully experience joy or peace. Worry, the hallmark of anxiety, becomes a constant companion, casting a shadow over our thoughts and experiences. We might find ourselves ruminating over past events, fearing the future, or overanalyzing every situation. This constant state of worry can lead to irritability, restlessness, and difficulty concentrating. The emotional toll of anxiety can also impact our relationships. Anxiety can create a barrier between us and the people we care about, leaving us feeling isolated and alone. When anxiety threatens to sweep you away, grounding techniques can be your anchor, bringing you back to the present moment. These techniques are about reconnecting with your senses, shifting your focus from the swirling thoughts in your head to the tangible reality around you. One simple but powerful grounding technique is the 5-4-3-2-1 method. Start by noticing 5 things you can see in your surroundings. Then, bring your attention to 4 things you can touch. Next, identify 3 things you can hear, then 2 things you can smell. Finally, focus on 1 thing you can taste. Our breath is a powerful tool for managing anxiety. When we're anxious, our breathing tends to become shallow and rapid, perpetuating the cycle of fear. Deep, intentional breathing, on the other hand, sends a message to our nervous system that it's safe to relax. One effective deep breathing technique is the 4-7-8 method, developed by Dr. Andrew Weil. To practice this technique, find a comfortable position, close your eyes if you feel comfortable, and gently rest your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4, allowing your belly to expand. Hold your breath for a count of 7, noticing the stillness and the pause. Then exhale slowly and completely through your mouth for a count of 8, feeling the tension release from your body. Repeat this cycle for 4 to 5 rounds, or until you feel a sense of calm wash over you. Another helpful technique is box breathing, also known as square breathing. Releasing the tension. Progressive muscle relaxation. Anxiety often manifests as physical tension. Our muscles tighten, our shoulders creep up towards our ears, and our bodies brace for a perceived threat. Progressive muscle relaxation, or PMR, is a technique that helps to release this tension, promoting a deep sense of relaxation. To practice PMR, find a quiet and comfortable place where you can lie down or sit comfortably. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Starting with your toes, consciously tense the muscles in your feet, squeezing as tightly as you can for 5 to 10 seconds. Notice the feeling of tension in your feet. Then, release the tension all at once, letting your feet go completely limp. Continue this process, moving up your body, tensing and releasing muscle groups one by one. Finding your calm place, visualization, and guided imagery. Our minds are powerful tools. Just as we can imagine stressful scenarios that trigger anxiety, we can also use our imaginations to create calming and peaceful experiences. Visualization and guided imagery harness the power of the mind to promote relaxation and reduce anxiety. To practice visualization, find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, allowing yourself to relax more deeply with each exhale. Begin to imagine yourself in a place where you feel safe, calm, and at peace. Engage all of your senses as you bring this place to life in your mind's eye. You can also use guided imagery scripts or audio recordings to guide you through a relaxing visualization. Cultivating calm, the power of mindfulness. Mindfulness. It's a word we hear a lot these days. But what does it actually mean? And how can it help with anxiety? Mindfulness is about paying attention to the present moment, without judgment. It's about noticing your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without getting swept away by them. It's about learning to observe your anxiety, rather than being controlled by it. One of the simplest ways to practice mindfulness is to focus on your breath. Notice the rise and fall of your chest, the feeling of the air entering and leaving your nostrils. When your mind wanders, gently guide it back to your breath. Rewiring your thoughts, cognitive behavioral techniques. Anxiety thrives on negative thoughts, those what-if scenarios that keep us up at night, the self-criticism that erodes our confidence, the catastrophic thinking that magnifies our fears. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, offers practical tools for challenging and changing these negative thought patterns. It's about recognizing the connection between our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and learning how to interrupt the cycle of anxiety. One key CBT technique is called cognitive restructuring. This involves identifying and challenging negative thoughts, replacing them with more balanced and realistic ones. For example, let's say you're feeling anxious about an upcoming presentation. A negative thought might be, "I'm going to mess this up, and everyone will think I'm incompetent." By consistently challenging and reframing negative thoughts, you can gradually rewire your brain to respond to anxiety-provoking situations in a more helpful and adaptive way. Moving towards peace, the benefits of exercise. Exercise. It's not just about physical health, it's a powerful tool for managing anxiety. When we move our bodies, we release endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that have mood-boosting effects. Exercise helps to reduce stress hormones like cortisol, calming our nervous system and promoting a sense of well-being. You don't have to become a marathon runner to reap the benefits of exercise. Even moderate activity, like brisk walking, swimming, or dancing, can make a difference. Find an activity you enjoy and make it a regular part of your routine. Yoga and Tai Chi are gentle forms of exercise that combine movement, breathwork, and mindfulness. Nourishing your nervous system. Sleep and diet. When it comes to managing anxiety, sleep and diet are often overlooked but crucial factors. Just like a car needs fuel to run smoothly, our bodies and minds need proper nourishment and rest to function optimally. Chronic sleep deprivation can exacerbate anxiety symptoms, making us more irritable, reactive, and emotionally vulnerable. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night. Establish a regular sleep schedule, create a relaxing bedtime routine, and make sure your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool. What we eat also plays a role in our mental well-being. A balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean protein can help to stabilize blood sugar levels and support a healthy nervous system. We've talked about practical techniques for managing anxiety, but sometimes we need more support. Sometimes anxiety becomes so overwhelming that it's hard to manage on our own. It's important to remember that seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. It takes courage to acknowledge when we need support, and there's no shame in reaching out for professional guidance. If anxiety is interfering with your daily life, your work, your relationships, your ability to enjoy the things you love, it's time to reach out. Early intervention is key to preventing anxiety from escalating and impacting your quality of life. If you've decided to seek professional help for anxiety, you might be wondering, what kind of therapy is right for me? The good news is that there are many effective therapy options available, and a qualified mental health professional can help you determine the best approach for your individual needs. One of the most well-established therapies for anxiety is cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. We talked about CBT earlier in the context of challenging negative thoughts. CBT is a structured, goal-oriented therapy that focuses on identifying and changing the thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that contribute to anxiety. It's about learning practical skills to manage anxiety in the present moment and to prevent future anxiety spirals. Another effective therapy for anxiety is dialectical behavior therapy, or DBT. DBT focuses on building skills in 4 key areas: mindfulness, distress tolerance, emotion regulation, and interpersonal effectiveness. DBT is particularly helpful for individuals who struggle with intense emotions, relationship challenges, and self-harming behaviors. For those struggling with phobias or post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, exposure therapy can be highly effective. Exposure therapy involves gradually confronting feared objects or situations in a safe and controlled environment. Through repeated exposure, the brain learns that the feared object or situation is not actually dangerous, leading to a reduction in anxiety and avoidance. In some cases, medication may be recommended as part of an overall treatment plan for anxiety. Medication can be particularly helpful for managing severe anxiety symptoms or for addressing co-occurring conditions like depression. It's important to remember that medication is not a quick fix for anxiety. It's not a substitute for therapy or for developing healthy coping mechanisms. Rather, medication can be a valuable tool when used in conjunction with therapy and lifestyle changes. Antidepressants, such as selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, SSRIs, and serotonin norepinephrine reuptake inhibitors, SNRIs, are commonly prescribed for anxiety disorders. These medications work by balancing brain chemicals that play a role in mood and anxiety regulation. Benzodiazepines such as alprazolam, Xanax, and lorazepam, Ativan, are fast-acting anti-anxiety medications that can be helpful for managing acute anxiety or panic attacks. However, benzodiazepines are typically prescribed for short-term use only due to the risk of dependence and withdrawal symptoms. It's essential to work closely with a qualified medical professional to determine if medication is right for you and to discuss potential benefits, risks, and side effects. We've covered a lot of ground in this video. We've explored the many faces of anxiety, the physical and emotional toll it can take, and the importance of seeking professional help when needed. But most importantly, we've learned that anxiety doesn't have to control our lives. We have the power to manage anxiety, to build resilience, and to live with greater peace and purpose. Remember, healing is a journey, not a destination. There will be good days and bad days. There will be setbacks and triumphs. Be kind to yourself throughout the process. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. You are stronger than you think. You have the tools and resources you need to manage anxiety and live a fulfilling life. If you're struggling, please know that you're not alone. Reach out to a trusted friend, family member, or mental health professional. There is help, there is hope, and there is healing.